Some people don't seem to be surprised by this story. The only thing that really surprised me was it confirmed my suspicions were right all along, that Paul Golding was slamming Jayda Fransen. So, round of applause to me. I knew it! I knew it! God, you thought you could fool me? In your face. Now, I've followed Britain First closely over the past almost 5 years now. They are just irrelevant now, of course. Like, no one's talking about Britain First. Technically, just be totally shut down. But people were surprised because I seen someone share this article. I was like, oh, people weren't surprised. Like, yeah, Paul Golding. Of course, someone who's a racist would beat his woman. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. That isn't necessarily how things work. And does it surprise me that someone like Paul Golding and Jayda Fransen, who constantly berate Muslims for the way they treat women, and does it surprise me that he might, be a bit handsy with her? No, of course not, man. The world of all people who talk a lot are usually hypocrites anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Paul Golding was getting down with Jayda Fransen. I knew it! That's the main thing I have here. So apparently Britain First leader Paul Golding admits violently attacking his former deputy and girlfriend Jayda Fransen in secret recording. Golding and Frandsen were in a relationship after she joined the party in 2014. In a recording aired in TV documentary, the pair can be heard discussing assault. Golding is heard admitting to assault on both Frandsen and a second woman. Did Golding have a side chick? Ooh, this is goss. The leader of far-right group Britain First has been secretly recorded. Secretly recorded. That's a bit uncool, isn't it? Admitting to violently attacking his former deputy. So she's the former deputy. So what's Jayda up to now? What does Jayda do now? What's Jayda doing? What is Jayda doing? Maybe working on that swimsuit calendar that everyone was wanting. I tell you what, though. Have you ever, just gone weird with your fantasies and thought, yeah, I'm gonna just go weird? Like, Jayda Fransen is a weird fantasy. I'm just throwing it out there. That's a weird one. If you ever, when you're just feeling really freaky and you're just like, oh, that's weird. Say, I just want to fantasize about something fucking weird. Nothing too fucked up. Because you don't want to go too fucked up. You don't want to go Watkins, do you? Because that's when you're broken and that's when you need to blow your brains out. But you want to push the boundaries of acceptability, and Jayda Fransen is that's where I'd push my boundaries too. Is like, because if you squint, how many drinks would you need to slam Jayda? I don't think too many. Not too many. Not like so you're vomiting. I don't think. But I don't know. Answers on a postcard and all that. Paul Golding is heard on the documentary admitting to assaulting Jayda Fransen, who was also in a relationship with him after she joined the party in 2014. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Now, why am I making such jokes about something that's involving domestic abuse? Well, I'll tell you this. All the derogatory things I've just said over the past few minutes, specifically about Jayda Fransen, she is fair game in the eyes of most of the public. It's interesting. If the comment was made about Jayda Fransen, I wouldn't even rape her if someone were to make that comment. I don't think you'd see too much outrage. You see, that's the standard we live by. That is the standard of British humanity right now. That not all lives matter. Some don't matter at all. Just throwing it out there for you. And as again, I am no fan of the Golding posse, but just found it interesting to see if I can just talk ridiculous stuff about Jayda and see if there's any outrage over it. Probably not. The recording was made in 2015, and in it, Frandsen repeatedly challenges Golding about the attacks, which he never denies. In one, the pair can be heard discussing an attempted assault that he had carried out earlier in the day. What was that day?
Jayda, your cross is bent. You need a straight cross if you're going to go into Luton. Jesus Christ must shine across his nation.
In the clip, which was obtained by investigators from BBC Northern Ireland Spotlight, Golding says, "What happened this morning, you weren't innocent." I mean, you know, have you seen Jayda go at it? Have you seen her go at it? Have you seen the way she carries on in public with her cross? You know, storming into halal butchers and smashing the place up, calling them all infidels. Come on, be realistic. Frandsen responds. I think it's supposed to say then responds. Don't we have Grammarly now as well? Don't we have a fucking app? "I didn't come near you. You tried to come at me, tried to hit me. You said you were going to kill me and threw a bottle of drink at my face." Well, when Paul does it, he does it with style. That's what I'll say. Golding then claims driving someone mentally crazy is just as bad as physical. Now, I would, all seriousness, I think he's got a point there. He does have a point. You know, some people do like to drive you crazy and don't accept the consequences of their actions. Frandsen asked Golding if this is what he said to another woman she suggested he used to physically hit. She adds, "Everyone drives you crazy, so you beat them. That's your excuse?" Golding is then heard admitting to assault on both Frandsen and a second woman. He says, "The only girls I lay a finger on in my life is name of woman withheld and you." Okay, Paul. Jayda Fransen confirmed to the BBC programme that the allegations were true. She also confirmed that she was once in a relationship with Golding. After they split up, they continued to live in the same house together. But that wasn't awkward at all. She quit Britain First at the start of this year. Oh, she quit Britain First. So who's the pin-up girl of Britain First now? Like, they've totally lost the fight, haven't they? Who's the pin-up? I mean, you can't have the part. I mean, she was becoming the proper face of Britain First. You can't have this potato-headed fuck walking around. He hasn't got the pizzazz. Do you know? Paul. People don't want to see you, Paul. People don't want Paul. They want Jayda. They want the spice. They want sporty spice. That's what they want, Paul. You ain't gonna win the hearts and minds of Britain with your potato fucking head. Look at him, man. Oh, come on. That's not the guy. He's not got the face. He's not got the face that will sell a message. That face ain't selling nothing. I wouldn't even sell you. I ain't gonna sell you drain cleaner. You know, something that reminds you of, like, oh, the drains need doing. When you see Paul's face, you're like, oh my god, the drains stink. I forgot about that. So he's not even gonna sell that to you. She told the BBC when they put the allegations to her that why would a dozen people lie? She said the abuse went on for 5 years. She said it didn't take long to start after she joined Britain First, and on varying levels continued. When she heard the clip of his admitting abusing her, she said, "It's quite embarrassing because I almost feel as if I have let people down." Well, you have, Jayda, because everyone enjoyed a Britain First meme as much as the next person, and I haven't seen a Britain First meme in a long time. You were creating some of the greatest fear-baiting memes on the internet, and now who have you left it to? Who have you left the fear-mongering to? The far left. Huh? See what you've done? See what you've done? You're supposed to be the divisive ones. Not this lot. Not these bunch of humorless fucks. I mean, they haven't got much humour to them, but, you know, it's always a joy to see a Britain First video of Jayda, you know, in some town centre somewhere, shouting about Christianity. Fantastic. Anyway, she said it was such a stupid position to put and keep herself in. She said there were incidents that could have gone so badly wrong. like your future career prospects. I could have ended up really hurt or worse. I guess that is where the fear came in, because I thought I am going to end up dead. She confirmed he would lock her in the house when he went out, claiming that it was for her own protection. I mean, it might be, you've seen Jayda out about in public, yeah? I mean, give some props to Paul. You've seen her out about in public. She is gobbing off, carrying her cross around, going absolutely la loony. I mean, come on, man. Maybe it was for the best. Huh? You ever think about that, Jayda? Think that you are a menace to yourself? You ever think about that? Did you? Did you? Just think everything's out to get you? And some things are for your own good? Mummy, I want 4 packs of sweets. No! Mummy, why are you so mean to me? Because I care about you and I don't want you to destroy your body. Did you ever think, Jayda, that's maybe what Paul was doing for you? Did you? God. Some people make me sick. Anyway. This was my normality. This was my day-to-day existence. It was just complete control, being controlled. I just accepted that that was what he was going to do, she said. If they went out, he would lock me in the house. She says she never went to the police because she didn't want to damage the reputation of the party. I don't think the police would care either, to be honest with you. Straight from the heart, I think the establishment hates them so much that I don't think the police would care. I don't want to sit here and go into graphic detail, dish the dirt on everything that happened, but there is also a moral obligation to anyone, male or female, involving themselves in Britain First, with no idea that this is how the leader is conducting himself. Well, if you thought that the final nail in the coffin of Britain First had already been slammed into it, this is the final nail's been put in, and they've set fire to the coffin just to make sure that they are dead. Britain First have become active in Northern Ireland and has set up its party headquarters in the Shankill Road area of Belfast. So Britain First relocated to Northern Ireland. That is interesting. The BBC said it had spoken to a dozen former members of Britain First who were aware of the assaults. The BBC put the allegations to Golding. He told the programme, "I've been advised to warn you that any libel or defamation will result in legal proceedings." Mail Online has also contacted Britain First for a response. Well, Paul Golding is Britain First, isn't it? How many members of Britain First are there actually nowadays? Probably like 2. Now Jayda's gone. Who's left? I remember there used to be like some. There was a Northern Irish guy who was always hanging around. Actually, there's always sort of the same faces you'd see in their videos and shit. Wow, Britain First in Northern Ireland. Jayda, what is to become of Jayda? What is she gonna do? Maybe this is all bullshit. Maybe this is a possibility. Here's a little fit. I always like to come up with a theory or two. Maybe Jayda's going to rebrand herself because she's got a law degree, you see. So maybe she's like, you know what, this whole Britain First thing hasn't worked out. We are totally irrelevant. I'm constantly being fucked with by the police. The government want to shut down. What should I do? Well, I should rebrand myself. How can I rebrand myself? By saying that I was a victim of psychological torment by Paul Golding. And then she can go on a road to Damascus thing, and she can have an awakening, and then, and then she, in about a year's time, she'll be on I'm a Celebrity, kissing people with burqas. Mwah! Love you, Muslim. Mwah! Love you, jihadi. Mwah! Like that. Walk around Luton with a veil on, going, I am one of you now. I reject Christianity. I think that might be Jayda's. In fact, Jayda might turn full-blown Muslim herself. Why not? She could write a book, sell fucking millions. She'd become the darling of the left wing. She'd become the darling of the far left. So Jayda has reformed. Look at Jayda now. Jayda's one of ours. We brought Jayda back in from the dark. That's what they could do. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it plays out. But be not surprised when you see the book. Be not surprised when the book comes. Like and subscribe.